What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Had to wait this one out a little bit because there's a very entertaining Leaf game on tonight. Let's hope they can make the playoffs because they're on a good run. So we'll see what happens. Van Winkle 12, Lot B. All right. This is part of the Buffalo Trace Antique Series lottery. Okay, I was lucky enough to win one bottle, and then I made a trade to pick up a little bit less than a half a bottle. I traded my Redbreast 21, half of that bottle for half of this. I figured I did the review on the Redbreast. I explored what I needed to explore from it, so why not pick up one of these and save myself from having to open up this now very valuable sealed bottle, which I'm looking to maybe make a trade for a Scotch. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna trade it. I might hang on to it, but I might trade it for a Scotch or two, depending on what's offered to me. The value of this goes from anywhere between $300 to $600 US. All right, I've been looking on Bottle Spot and different sites like that. I've even seen it go for higher than that, but it's all about what people are willing to pay, and we'll see. Like I said, I'm not really looking for money. I would like to make a trade if I do get rid of it at all. Otherwise, it goes into the collection, and we'll just wait it out. Okay, I did have an opportunity to try this already. Very good stuff. I'm pretty impressed with it, but not extremely impressed with it in comparison to the Weller 12. It's not that different. I guess I'll know for sure when I do this weekend. What I plan to do is a blind taste test between the Weller 12, the Van Winkle 12, and the Elijah Craig 12. The reason why I want to do these three is because throughout doing bourbon reviews on this channel, they're all 12 years old. They're all pretty hard to get. The Elijah Craig 12 no longer is being made. These two are lottery only for most parts of the world. So all three of them are going to be very difficult to get in the next little while. What I'm going to do is have 3 glasses poured on camera by a friend of mine. Then I'm going to come down and do the review or do the tasting and tell you guys which one I think is best of the 3, and then he's going to reveal which one is which. Okay, you may have seen him before in some of my previous reviews. His name is Mike. He's been in my blind taste testing video as well as a couple others. Alright, anyway, to the Van Winkle 12. Oh, and before I continue, sorry, I always forget to do shout outs. I want to give a quick shout out to Swami from Malted in Montreal. He's a great guy, another Canadian reviewer. I always talk about my boys in Vancouver, Trenny and C, great guys. Mark from Whiskey Whistle, another Canadian, really like him, but he's doing his reviews out of Korea, even though he's from Winnipeg. The Scotch Test Dummies, awesome guys. I've been on their channel before. They're super, super cool. It's such an awesome community, the whiskey reviewers that have come up in the last 3 to 5 years. I'm about a year and a bit, so I'm pretty new to this, but a whole bunch of us are really, really friendly with each other. We try to help each other out whenever we get a chance, and it's been really nice. A couple other shout outs to, one is a subscriber. He asked me to give him a shout out. His name is Lenny from Mauritius. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm pretty sure it's in Africa. Not 100% sure. I know it's a small island, small country, but Lenny, thank you for watching, buddy. I appreciate it. And also, one of the guys I get my hair done from, he works at North Fade in Woodbridge. Super cool guy. His name is David. Alright, so giving him a shout out because he asked for one recently and I keep forgetting to do it. So cheers, David, and go check him out at North Fade. He's a great guy. Okay, here comes the review. Super sweet nose, very delicate. butterscotch, butter, peaches and cream, borderline peaches and cream corn, okay? Like really sweet buttered corn. That's what I picture sometimes when I put my nose in this glass. And then caramel corn, like popcorn. It's not very smoky, not very oaky at all either. Very nice nose, super smooth, super inviting, super sweet. Okay, on the palate. Again with that butterscotch, very sweet, very delicate, minimal alcohol burn, and a really nice sweet fruity finish, like peaches, maybe like peach cobbler. And then now that I mentioned that peach, I do pick that up a little bit on the nose as well. Caramel fudge, maybe a little bit of maple in there, like a maple syrup or a Aunt Jemima type syrup. Maybe even a bit of like a caramel apple pie. Okay, so it's really sweet, very dessert-like dram. Okay, very, very nice. I'm curious to see which of these three is gonna win my blind taste test. All right, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sold. I'm gonna give this an A. Okay, I believe I gave both of these an A as well. I gotta check back on my reviews. I probably should have done that already, but it doesn't really matter, as the Scotch Test Dummies are proving right now. Even if they give something a very good mark, it doesn't necessarily mean in a blind taste test you're gonna feel as good about that whiskey as you did when you tried it knowing exactly what you were drinking. It's funny how when you don't know and you have zero expectations, you pick out things that you never would have picked out in a whiskey. Okay, so I'm very curious to see which of these three are gonna win. I remember reading Serge's reviews in the past on Kavalan Sherry Oak, the 46% bottle, and he says that he was shocked in a blind taste test that he actually thought it was a 30-year-old Scotch. Okay, so that just goes to show you how a blind taste test can really throw you off. Kavalan is obviously an exceptional brand, but I'm very curious, like I said, which of these three is going to stand tall in a blind taste test. So we'll find out soon. All right. I want to thank you guys again for watching. I've just passed 1,000 subscribers. That's thanks to you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, you guys can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, just type in Whiskey in the Six in any of those three, and I will pop up. Whenever you guys leave a comment, I get a lot of direct messages on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. I try to answer as many as I can. I hope I've answered most of you, if not all of you. I'm pretty sure I've done a good job of doing that, but if I haven't, please keep commenting. Let me know if I missed you, and I'll definitely get to you eventually. I really appreciate your views, and I really appreciate your support. I also just launched a Patreon page. Okay, so the link is on my Facebook, and it's also on my Twitter, and again, it's on my YouTube channel as well. So if you guys want to check that out, you want to be a patron to Whiskey in the Six, anything helps, because as you can see, this gets pretty expensive. So like I said, whatever you guys like, I appreciate. Cheers.